Hey guys, welcome to Chess Boot Camp, where every day is a lesson and every game is a learning opportunity. This is a game that's just been submitted to me and I haven't even looked at it. It's by my buddy Thin White Duke 85. Thin White Duke, obviously, well, if you don't know, it's the late great David Bowie, one wonderful musician and half-decent actor as well. Yeah, definitely one of our great artists and sorely missed. Okay, so let's go through the game. So White is Joker Matt _47, rated 852, and Thin White Duke is 890. Okay, and Joker Matt has the white pieces and starts with D4. So are we going to London? Going to take a trip to London? D5? No. Okay, so this could be, is it the Collie system? So potentially, the Collie system I think goes something like this, but the issue here compared to the London is that you've obviously blocked in your dark squared bishop. Alright, so now, knight f6, out flies the bishop. Now, this is something I quite often see in the French exchange, and I would always play c6 here. Because this is like a multi-purpose move, yeah? It blocks off the diagonal towards the king with a pawn, and it comes with tempo, because the bishop now will have to move. Duke plays bishop d7, potentially proposing a trade of bishops. Now, here, if white captures, then black can recapture with the queen or the knight, and black will then have a development lead of 2-0. So let's see what happens. No, the bishop undevelops itself all the way back to f1. Why? Why go all the way back to f1 where it's in the way of the king castling, right? Even this would be fine. This would be okay, you know? That's a reasonable kind of defensive position for the bishop, where it's guarding lots and lots of squares. Here, it's guarding only these, right? On here, it'll be guarding those ones as well. That's just dumb. Okay, now we have e6, so preparing to develop our dark squared bishop and castle the king. All good. Why? Why move Freddy? Leave Freddy alone. Freddy doesn't want to fly up the board all the time. Okay, this is move 5 for white, yeah? He's got no development, 0. He's on 0. And he's throwing pawns around, which is not the way to go. So hopefully, our friend the Thin White Duke is going to give him a punishment beating. Okay, now bishop d6. This is okay, this is a solid position, but these bishops are looking kind of on defensive bishops. It's okay. I mean, he had the option of coming out here again with check, but then c3, you know, same deal. So, yeah, this is interesting. Maybe this might be a target at some point later on. And this is what you need to be thinking about in the opening. Okay, now he throws out his queen. For reasons unknown. Okay, and now, good. Duke now completes bringing out his minor pieces. This is move 6, okay? So, the quickest that you can complete development, that is get all your minor pieces into the board, get your queen off the back rank and castle to connect your rooks, right, is 8 moves, okay? And he's done it. He's moved 2 pawns, which is the minimum that you have to move in order to unleash your bishops. The bishops are unleashed. The horses are unleashed, okay? So all he needs to do now is move his queen and castle, and 8 moves, perfect development in terms of speed, okay? This Joker with the white pieces has got 1 piece off the back rank, and that's it. He's got a development score of 1 against 4 now. So he's, it's nearly going to lose my dignity at that point. What the flipping, so castles, yeah? Obviously castles, all right? Defending that pawn was undefended, but look, this knight is about to jump into that lovely, snug outpost, right? What's an outpost? If the knight is here, right, these pawns are too far forwards, right? There's no pawns there or there or there or there. So that knight on here can stay there munching grass all day long, right? Because it can only then be removed by a piece capturing it, okay? Not by a pawn. Okay, so now he brings out his knight and, okay, knight to here, okay. So we're looking at c2 and the king rook fork. Excellent. Okay, another knight move. Now, this would trigger to me that it's time to say, okay, what is my opponent up to? Right, he's trying to attack with two pieces. Now, a queen and a knight absolutely can deliver checkmate. So I'm thinking this is his idea, right? So one of the things in your mental checklist has to be, is it more important right now for me to progress my own ideas or to frustrate my opponent's ideas? And here, you see his knight can't go there because of the pawn. So that's maybe then not a major threat, yeah? If it was a major threat, for example, you've got knight h5, which both attacks the queen and defends g7, a move to remember, yeah? And then potentially, ooh, but you see the queen has to defend that. There would be a discovered attack by your queen then. So the queen has to defend the knight. So that might be an interesting line actually to play now. You've also got this attacking the queen. The queen can't go there because of your queen. Can't go here. Can't stay there. Can't go there because of the knight actually. And here you've got pawn push e5 with a discovered attack by the bishop. So you can't go there or there then. That could be funky. Anyway, so let's see how the game progresses. Knight takes c2. Okay, so clearly Duke is thinking there's no mate, you know, it's not a significant threat here. White's just fiddling around and wasting time. So the king's going to have to move. You can't block a check by a knight with another piece because knights jump, they don't move along the ground. And if you can't capture the attacking piece, there's only one option. King has to move. All right, so now do we grab the rook? Indeed, we grab the rook. Okay. Oh, right, okay. I think this guy is playing badly for an 850. I can't see the reason for this. Right now, I'd be looking at this, bang, and do it again. Do him twice with the same move. Come on. Yes, indeed. So we're attacking the queen, and we're also attacking f2. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Family fork. Everyone loves a family fork. Oh, Jesus on a stick. This guy's played so badly. Oh, and thank you, Duke, for punishing him. But the game is not over, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so family fork. This is a royal fork, king and queen. The family fork is when you get the rook in there as well, right? And that is just beautiful. So the king can't go there and can't stay there, both covered by knights. So he's got 3 squares he can go to. Bang, and the queen surely falls. Good night, queen. This is brilliant. And now I think, you know, I can see these bishops coming out using the bishop pair. Right? So when you keep your bishops on adjacent squares, they cover this big kind of double laser beam barrier. Okay, so knight comes back. Yeah, good to see, thank you. Bishop flies out. So now we're starting to remove available squares from this king. Knight blocks. Now at this point in time, he's up. He's up 15. Black hasn't lost any material. He hasn't lost any material in this game. Okay, and he's up a rook, a queen, and a pawn. Oh, this is just marvelous. Okay, so obviously, oh dear, we trade, and now, I mean, it might even be worth coming in here. That would just force the rook to move. Then you've got here, which is again back to his safe safe place, a safe outpost. Okay, good. Yes! Called it. Called it. Well done, Juki. I don't know why you're 890, mate. I think you should be above 1,000 playing like this. Anyway, so check. King moves. Right, now b6. I'm thinking maybe his idea is c5, and then if takes, takes. So this is kind of like a French kind of position with the pawns here. Okay. Okay, good. c5. Called it again. Look at this. Yeah, he had an option there of taking with a knight, but I think this is fine. And it's going to unleash the bish with a skewer on the king, thereby winning, well, earning another trade. Okay, so now he's coming for the knight. So knight takes here. We've also got a check. Did you think about the check? Because check, he can't go there because of this knight, can't go there because of this knight, can't go there, okay? Can't be blocked. He's just got to take with a pawn, right? But you see, if the king moves away from this square, which he has to do, okay? So there, if the king moves like here or here, the knight can escape to that square, right? So if there takes, he's still in check. Again, if he takes the pawn, knight escapes. If he moves away, knight escapes. So I don't think, Juki, you were forced to sack the knight here, but sacked it was. Okay, and here's the king skewer that we saw, and the trade of bishops, which we predicted. Good. And now, I mean, white to his credit is soldiering on, and that there are another 20 moves in this game. Okay, so how do you finish the game from this point? Completely dominant position, totally safe king. One thing you might think about is putting pawns on dark squares just to reduce the scope of that bishop. You don't want to get suckered, you know, with like a rook takes g7 kind of thing, or something unpleasant like that. So, yeah, bring in the big guns. So now, you definitely want a rook on b8. You probably want your other rook on c8, and you're just going to start busting through with these guys, right? So, okay, rook there. So queen just, yeah, slides across, all calm. Now, white's knight has an outpost. You might think here about a kick, but there's, no, that's not a risk. That's okay. I was thinking there was a fork on the queen, but there isn't. Okay, so we come in with a queen, check. I mean, this is good. And now, we have queen here, yeah? And the only move then is king b1. Okay, snatch a pawn with check. King b1 anyway. Snatch another pawn. Yeah. I mean, look, it's free stuff, innit? There, and now queen on. Okay, so we're going after this pawn. We also had queen to here, then maybe the king here. And then your idea would probably be to swing a rook around. Okay, but, okay, attacks rook, achieves nothing, goes back. Now we throw in the check, okay, and the king's there. Good. So this now becomes a target for the queen as well, because it's defended by the knight. So what do we have? Okay, c4. I think maybe slightly premature, because why not line up these rooks, you know, first? But, yeah, it's a winning position. Takes, attack the queen, and defend the pawn, so that's not too bad. Again, I'd be wanting to get my queen in here, so I'd probably play like that. Okay, queen to there, also targeting that square. Knight comes in, looking at the pawn, and the knight blunders. Okay, it happens. Now he's just lashing out, right? This is just desperation. And throwing away all his stuff. And he throws away his rook. Okay, and now this is Operation Stalemate, isn't it? So I think queen b1 now is mate, is it not? It is. Queen b1 is mate. Oh, hang on. Okay. Oh no, he's in check. So yeah, of course, king has to move there. It was white's move. Queen there, and we have some fiddling around. Capture the pawn. Yeah. So white always has a couple of pawn moves up his sleeve, and rook b1. Checkmate. Good game, Dukey. Awful game, Joker Matt _47. Don't know what was going on there. So what can we learn from that? Let's have a look at the game review. I mean, I've given a bit of my feedback on this, but what can we learn from this game? Okay, from Black's perspective. Okay, so as Black, so I'm just scrolling down the list here, looking for any mistakes. No mistakes, no blunders from Duke. 83 accuracy. Well done, sir. Well done. You little wonder, little wonder you. That's an inaccuracy. This is not the right idea, says the computer. Now, I like that move. And it also leads to a mistake. You call that a mistake? I call it the blunder of blunders, sir. Okay, right. Why is this an inaccuracy? So from here, what do we got? I mean, look, one issue with this is, with knight to here, is that there's potential trade of queens. But we're +6, right? We've already scored a rook here. Now that knight is probably not going to survive, you know, with accurate play from white, which we know is not white's specialty. But I don't get it. So I'm gonna say, okay, queen g5 is good. Queen g4 is, hang on, not this one, this move. Okay, so this is not the right idea. What was best? Okay, right. So it's not massive. I mean, you know, we're still -8, so it's in eight in Black's favour. But this is saying drop the bishop back and probably then prepare this with a double attack on the queen. But, you know, it worked anyway. So let's look at the line. Okay. Really? So from here, white should take and give up the queen. Really? Bishop to e7 is best. Why not save the queen? In fact, where can the queen go? Let's just think about this. She can go here, but then there's a pawn push. She goes here, pawn push, and then here, maybe. I don't see why we'd have to give up the queen here. Okay, so that doesn't help. That's just telling me what the numbers mean. So let's try analysis board from here. Okay, so knight to e4 was played. Hang on. So from this position, knight out here, knight c3 is good. So here you see the computer's disagreeing with itself. So in the report, it does like a quicker analysis. But now when we switch to the analysis board, it's saying that actually bringing out the bishop to there was quite a bit better. But then from there, knight to here is best. Knight takes e4. Yeah, okay, so again, it's disagreeing with itself. So you don't take the review as gospel. So knight takes e4 is excellent, but white's -12. Queen h5 was best. Okay, so it would have saved the queen. So so basically, what we've got from this, we go back to the review. Okay, so it's saying this is good. Slightly better and making it a bit more evil would have been to prepare another attacker, shield your own queen, so there's no risk of trades. But again, the trade wouldn't be bad. Bottom line is, we're talking about polish on this move, really, because that's a perfectly good move. It's not really an inaccuracy, and left your opponent plenty of rope to hang himself with, which he proceeded to do in spectacular fashion. So very enjoyable game. I think great performance by Duke. All good, and quite honestly, nothing really to learn from that game in terms of, because you made no mistakes. So, you know, no mistakes, no blunders, no missed wins. You know, so all polish. Keep on playing like this. You're going to be like 1200 before you know it, mate. So well done. Hope that's been useful for you guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.